Hello, how is everyone doing today? I'm Fiadh. I'm an energy and spirit worker, Reiki master, and healing arts practitioner. And today, what I'm offering is a distance intuitive energy healing session, channeling the spirit energy of Reiki and of the upper world or the high vibrational spirit world, with special attention to meeting you wherever and whenever you are, whenever you need this healing, to support the cleansing, clearing, and protection of toxic environments, of unhealthy, toxic, or even hostile environments or people that have projected that energy onto you. Offering the cleansing, the energetic cleansing, as well as protection. So hopefully this session serves you well. If you feel called to keep up with my other sessions, please like and subscribe. It helps me so much, and it's truly appreciated. And with that being said, let me focus my intention, focus my energy, and we can begin this healing session. There's a candle right there, Falcon. Now please take a moment to get yourself settled in, to get cozy. Maybe get yourself a blanket, some socks if you have a tendency to get cold, a glass of water, maybe some tea. Or if you don't need anything else, that's fine too. And before we begin the channeling of this energy, I actually want to begin by drawing a tarot card. Because when we're talking about, hostile, toxic environments, places, situations, people, just feels disempowering. Sometimes we can feel like we're just trapped in those spaces, in the spheres, or we are having trouble seeing our way out. For whatever reason, there's a myriad of reasons why we as people might feel that way. But I want to begin by just drawing a card to give a message of empowerment, a bit of a signifier, to give you like a supportive light, so that not only are we energetically clearing out the space, but then empowering you on a physical level to take back control, get out of those spaces, cut off those people, or whatever it is you need to do to empower yourself again. Or just at least to give you some perspective. Alright. So for everyone who is tuning in, who is choosing this healing session, focus your intention, asking your higher self, your soul, your spirit guides, your most benevolent and loving ancestors, the universe, whatever it is you wish to pray to. How can I free myself from this negativity? How can we all free ourselves from this negativity? Not saying that once you leave, everything will be all hunky-dory all the time, but sometimes things just aren't worth it anymore. And for that, we got the Nine of Swords. Ooh, that one is a kind of brutal honesty one to get that I do enjoy. And on the bottom was the Emperor. And this is just the Rider-Waite deck. So first off, with the Nine of Swords is all about mental anguish, sleeplessness, anxiety, like bone deep internal pain. The thing about the Nine of Swords, though, is it is mental anguish. It is not always rooted in our physical reality. It is rooted in what our mind's pain is telling us. Which doesn't make you wrong for feeling that way. It's just not an accurate reflection. Now, this is not to say that, or let me put it this way. This is not meant to gaslight you into saying that how you feel, or if someone is actually behaving inappropriately, or if you're in a space that is actually unhealthy, that you're making it up. That is not what this means. But maybe looking at where we are letting fear rule us, and where that might be ruling, or our own anxieties rule our actions. And if you feel like someone or something is genuinely causing this much distress, well, then why are we being rooted in the same place? Is it because we're scared? We're anxious of failure? Or of the other person or that situation being proven right? Or that I'm kind of getting the hint that, like, you might be feeling that you caused all of this pain, and that these situations are just kind of par for the course, and what if the next place is, or next situation or next person is exactly the same? Just a general idea of letting fear and anxieties rule the actions we're taking. Which is normal if you feel like you're trying to survive and you're being triggered and stuck in fight or flight mode. We get frozen a little bit. But with this Emperor, there's this message of Emperor is kind of a bit of a, it's kind of the more structured, rigid, standard sense of control. It's a very Saturn-based, stern, rigid, but also very powerful. You know, those aren't always bad things. They get things done. So there's a light message of taking back control, of acknowledging your own power, what you are able to do, and the choices that you are capable of making. We have these ram's horns, and the ram is all about seizing control, taking action. Feeling strong and empowered. to take action. But I'm also getting a sense this is going to be for certain people, not everyone. However, there is quite possibly a authority figure that you can turn to for help. If you are feeling stuck in a place or in a situation that is genuinely harming your mental health, that is feeling extremely disempowering or affecting your day-to-day life, it might be time to raise your concerns to an authority figure, for certain people, it even might be a parent. If you have supportive parents, maybe they can at the very least give you advice or insight or a different perspective. But also even like a legal figure, a judge, a lawyer, like if it has escalated to that point, or a boss or HR representative or legal counsel for your business if this is happening within a place of work. Reach out. Feel empowered in your ability to reach out and to create change. You are not alone, no matter what your anxiety and fear is telling you. And with that portion out of the way, I'm going to begin just the straightforward channeling of energy. I have been kind of using my intention to channel energy even while these tarot cards are pulled. And now we'll move into the kind of more straightforward energy work session and allow you to relax. I'm going to begin with this heart and spirit aura mist. And I'm going to go straight into the heart, just focusing on this connection to love and compassion. To help heal any heartache, heart pain, maybe you need to kind of rebuild your own trust within your own heart again. Just clearing out the space of how others' actions may have impacted your own sense of trust, your own sense of worth, your capacity for love, for abundance, for safety and community and acceptance. Making a mental note for myself while I'm channeling this energy, and for you, really working on strengthening these boundaries between myself, between yourself. Sometimes the more kind of hurt we feel, the more permeable, the more easily hurt we are then in the future. You know, when you're going through a lot, everything just kind of raises in sensitivity. Going into the mental field all over your energetic body. Focusing my attention on any clouded thoughts, any clouded judgment you might be experiencing. Whether due to the effects of others. Sometimes it might be due to malevolent intent, and sometimes it's just other people working through their own crap. And they've decided to make you the scapegoat. Supporting the clearing of that, clearing of any kind of scapegoating, of any malevolence, of any projections. I'm gonna go into the root, into the sacral, because I also invite you to take a look at your own boundaries. When people are projecting a love onto you, kind of clearing this overblown sense of responsibility to stay in an environment, to accept certain behaviors for whatever reason. In the back, you may have been ingrained a sense of duty, especially from your childhood, that like you have to stay in unhealthy or self-fulfilling situations in order to support others, to fix them, to... It's almost just like a sense of being a martyr. And you're not really helping anyone by doing that. It's not really serving anyone. If you've tied your identity into helping others or empathizing with others to the extent that you're being stuck in connections and situations with people who are actively engaging in unacceptable behaviors, that's not really being loyal, that's not fixing anyone, that's kind of just enabling. Pardon, that message got very harsh for a moment. Just clearing the space again. Clearing out the self-critic, the self-doubt, the negativity. Mind's eye, allowing you to see a way through, just focusing on this fire. It's so pretty. Clearing out the space. I love how it catches on this certain lighting that makes the sage look purple, or the flames of the sage, or the embers look purple. Cooling it down again. Releasing, releasing, releasing. I have this harsh, bitter, resentful energy. Any jealousy. I feel like I should mention, if you haven't seen any of my sessions before where I'm channeling messages, or if you are or if you just need to hear this, I guess. If you've seen my other videos, you might know this. I don't know if I've mentioned it. Sometimes I get into a kind of channeled intuitive wisdom that feels a bit more brutal, a bit more like tough love. I think most people understand it, but just to clarify, it's always coming from a place of loving compassion. I, however, am just the type of person who, as I joke, like, when you pass messages on to me, I need it to be like slapped upside my head. I like intensity, I like brutal honesty, and like being upfront. That's just how I receive most of my messages for myself and how they get through to me, because I'm extremely headstrong. So sometimes they become channeled out that way as well. They're never meant to be like finger pointing or blame or like you're wrong, therefore you're bad. Just sometimes things aren't coded in light and fluffy words. We are still ultimately responsible for ourselves. Just clearing out the outer fields, focusing my intention. It's being channeled really interestingly right now. It's feeling like two polarities existing in one single form. Like very rigid, very like airy, analytical, logical. And also very soft and emotional. But both at the same time. I don't know how to describe it any more than that. It's not quite a push-pull. But it's not a push-pull. Just moving energy down. Bringing back some grounding and some movement into the body. Okay. Some of these situations might be coming through, showing signs, giving messages through aches and pains. Into this hematite to move through the body. Thinking about, are you in a place that feels like you're worse? Like you as a person are worse when you are there or when you are with them? Sometimes there's mirroring happening. Sometimes this is shedding of light on some of our unhealthier qualities. Also, sometimes we're just taking on and ingraining protective mechanisms. sweeping and clearing. And bringing back the lightness in your body, in your heart, in your energy. This does not mean toxic positivity. Someone is genuinely treating you badly, you don't have to, stay positive, stay light, be in the light. More so, detaching and not letting something else have that much power over you to make you stoop down. You don't have to give it a reaction. You don't have to engage in those same types of patterns that other people may have fallen into. And if for whatever reason you feel like you are not being supported and trying to be better in a space that feels like it has made you worse in the past, then that's other people's problem. And once again, you have options and resources to take back a little bit of control back into your life. You can be upset, you can be hurt, but at the end of the day, you have a choice, and you have power, and you are fully loved and supported. Even if sometimes you have a hard time feeling like that is. And with that being said, that was a bit intense, but hopefully it helped you a little bit, supported you in some way. Please rest well tonight. I'm wishing you all the best. I hope you get out of whatever situation, relationship, environment that is making you feel so bad. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I honor you on your journey.